Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a 45-gallon tank with a albino Senegal bichir. He's about 4 inches. I bought him 4 months ago. He has grown an inch since then. I shifted him into this tank recently, like a week ago. So we are gonna be discussing about the Senegal bichir care. Okay, Senegal bichirs can be very big in size when fully grown. In the wild, they can reach up to 20 inches, but in home aquariums, they reach up to about 12 to 14 inches. So, first of all, they need a large tank like a 50 to 90-gallon tank. Most hobbyists keep them in a 50-gallon tank, but in my opinion, a 90-gallon would be perfect, especially if you want to do a community tank. These guys look awesome in a community tank. We are gonna discuss about their tank mates. So Senegal pitchers can grow big, as I have told you before. So we do not want anything that can fit in its mouth, like tetras, neon tetras, guppy fish, molly fish. These are a big no. These are also tropical fish, so large koi's and goldfish won't work for them, as they prefer cold waters, but beaches and type prefer tropical or warm water. So the perfect tank mates, in my opinion, would be silver arowanas, Oscars, other beaches. You can do like ghosts, knife fish, big fishes in like Texas cichlid or other aggressive large species. Since they are bottom dwellers, so you would like to do some mid swimmers, top swimmers, arowana. But if you keep arowanas, then or other big fishes, then you should realize that the tank should be bigger than 90 gallons, since arowanas can reach up to 4 feet. And Texas cichlid, Oscar cichlids, they all reach up to about a feet. So that would need a huge tank, 300, 400 gallons or even larger. So if we talk about big tank mates, then arowanas and Oscars are ideal. But if you do not have the space, then I would recommend ghost knife fish, like Pictus catfish, Raphael catfishes, but like something that reaches between 6 to 7 inches. But most probably Oscars and stuff like that, they are fit long, since these guys can also reach up to a foot. So water conditions. Senegal bichers are very, very, very hardy fish. I have seen them living in like nasty water, cold water. They can withstand anything. So they are a good beginner fish, except for their size. They do prefer a tropical or warm waters, like that has a temperature between 24 to 28 degrees Celsius. That is perfect for them, and a pH of 6.2 to 7.8. That should be good for them. As you can see here, he's chilling. So let's get into so let's get on to their diet. So Senegal bichers are carnivores. In the wild, they feed on fishes. So I would recommend feeding them a protein-rich diet like live bloodworms or dried worms, frozen shrimp, chopped in small pieces, tilapia, anything that is rich in protein. Some people like to do just protein-rich pellets. That's fine. But I like to give mine dried worms occasionally, some chopped up shrimp and pellets, and I think he's fed. I mean, look at him. He's very active. I do have a cave for him, but I removed it. So that's for the diet. They will accept anything. They are like food suckers. They would eat anything. But one thing you should keep in mind is that they have a very poor eyesight. So you should feed them while the lights are off, and you should if you have like arowanas or oscars that just feed on the food too, so you would like to do a bit of overfeeding so that the bichir gets food. In short, you have to make sure that the bichir is getting enough food, since these guys have poor eyesight and they like to eat in the dark. So because they hide most of the time in the lights, so I would recommend feeding them with the lights off. Tank decoration. Okay, I have heard that bitches, if you put some sharp or small gravels, they can hurt themselves. But I have kept them in the past for small gravel, no issues, no problem. You can do any substrate. And here I have some large rocks. He likes to hang around there. But you could do like a sand substrate or fine gravel, large pebbles, no problem. But you should definitely need to provide them with a cave, since these guys love to hide. It also depends on the personality of the fish, but in general, bichers like to hide most of the time. They stay still at one spot, waiting for their prey. So they shouldn't be provided with caves. But make sure that if you have other bottom dwellers like ghost knife fish or Raphael catfish, then you must provide more than one cave, or otherwise there will be problems. I'm telling that from experience. I kept Raphael catfish and some pictures together, and that wasn't very great. I've also kept eels with them, but they fight over caves, so you should provide more than one. So that's the main points for their care. So basically, I will give you an overview. So Senegal bichers need a tank size of 50 to 90 gallon tank if you are like keeping them with much smaller tank mates, like which get 6 to 7 inches, or if you're keeping them alone, and large tanks if you're keeping them with monster fishes like silver arowanas, oscars. Although they are very hardy fish, you would need to check their water quality regularly. Make sure that the nitrates, nitrites, ammonia levels all are at zero, at least zero, so that these fish are not affected. These are beautiful fish, so they are quite hardy. So it basically won't have an effect on them if even the nitrate and nitrite goes up. But we do not want that. And feeding, they are not picky eaters like other fishes. I found other fishes to be very picky eaters. Fishes can easily eat anything. So that's a good point. You need to provide them with hiding spots, large tank, dim lights, in my opinion, since you would see your witcher more often like I do. I have this blue light which isn't so bright. So that's the overall care of the Senegal witcher. In my opinion, they are very good for beginners if the beginners can provide them with a large size tank. Overall, they are very hardy fish as compared to others, so they are excellent pets. They look beautiful. See this guy. So that's it for today. I will meet you in the next video.